The deeper the U.S. gets sucked into the Syrian conflict, the more the continuity of time seems to change when it comes to decision-making in Washington. Back in 2013, when allegations of chemical attacks arose, Barack Obama was still in the hot seat, and time still seemed linear.
We intend to investigate thoroughly exactly what happened. Obviously, in Syria right now, you've got a war zone. We have to make sure that we know exactly what happened. What was the nature of the incident? What can we document? What can we prove?
Common sense. Review the evidence and attack, if justified, later. The idea that investigations required time, those were the good old days. But 2017 came and times changed.
Syrian dictator Bashar al-Assad launched a horrible chemical weapons attack on innocent civilians.
Less than 72 hours later, the U.S. fired 59 cruise missiles at the airbase they suspected chemical weapons were launched from before any investigation took place. Only months later did a UN report come out placing the blame at the feet of the Syrian government, something they still deny. So when the controversial White Helmets group released a video claiming to be proof of a chemical attack in April this year, Trump was able to pinpoint the culprit in hours.
Many dead, including women and children, in mindless chemical attack in Syria. Area of atrocity is in lockdown and encircled by Syrian army, making it completely inaccessible to outside world. President Putin, Russia and Iran are responsible for backing Animal Assad. Big price.
So the area's inaccessible, and yet those responsible have been found out already. No ifs, ands, or buts. How does the guy do it? The UK and France also joined the ranks of those striking government sites in Syria. After an investigation, you ask? Well, 3 months later, the OPCW did put out a report saying chlorine may have been found, but zilch on nerve agents, and the case is still open. So while proof for the last attack hasn't been found, the U.S. is again using its crystal ball to determine what no one else can and is ready to act, at least according to Wall Street Journal sources.
President Bashar al-Assad of Syria has approved the use of chlorine gas in an offensive against the country's last major rebel stronghold, U.S. officials said.
So if and when a chemical attack takes place during Idlib's liberation, the guilty party is already known.
If there are chemical weapons that are used, we know exactly who's going to use them.
That Russia is warning of staged attacks is irrelevant. That it would lead to exactly what the terrorists want also? Irrelevant. But why look at every scenario when you have everyone else and time on your side?